Greetings once again, Shinobi. Duuz-Diz-Din back again with Naruto Konoha story, the Steam Ninja Scroll, where Mirai has managed to fully embody her late father Azuma, taking on his techniques and using the teachings of Shikamaru to take down the follower of Jashin, Ryuki. And the fight was personal in a way that surprised even Mirai. It wasn't just taking down a follower of Jashin like Hidan, not as powerful as Hidan, but a follower of Jashin nonetheless. It was also the fact that Ryuki kind of saw things to a certain degree the same way Mirai used to. That nothing great or impactful could happen now that the world has entered such an era of peace, with the various villages living in a sort of harmony to a certain degree. And Mirai kind of shared that sentiment, not feeling that she could ever really amount to anything significant. But this fight seems to have finally changed her mind, and potentially shown her who the king really is. So, what happens next as we wrap things up? Join me as I find out, won't you? We pick up with Mirai, who has successfully managed to save Tatsumi from Ryuki's clutches. It's Naruto Konoha story, the Steam Ninja Scroll. Chapter 15, Mirai's King. Okay, so she has learned an ultimate lesson. We pick up outside the cave, the hostages saved, the followers of Jashin bound, with Ryuki muttering to himself, "The ritual, immortality," while Kakashi says, "All that's left is to hand these guys over to Yugakure in the land of steam. I've already sent a ninja hound to Yugakure. They should be here shortly." Mirai is shocked, saying, "You already contacted them? How did you do that so fast?" Kakashi says, "To tell you the truth, looking into the cult's activities was part of this mission." Mirai is stunned to hear that, saying, "What? You mean this wasn't a vacation or a preliminary inspection of undeveloped land?" Kakashi explains, "We wanted to uncover the truth behind the rumors of the Jashin cult operating in secret again. Kiba, Tenten, and Choji went undercover as tourists to gather information." Friggin' ninjas! Holy crap! Were the ninjas actually ninja-ing? Is that what I'm hearing? The ninjas were doing ninja things! Covert operation. I'm sorry, I'm still taken off guard. Between this and the Sasuke manga that actually had, again, ninjas doing ninja things, why is it all the side stories that actually has covert operations? I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the massive and out there battles with essentially magic ninjas, but magic martial artists. A lot of what they do is not ninja at all. But it's just like, yeah, ninja tactics. Just look like a simple tourist. I kind of love that. Although I feel like, though Choji was involved to a certain degree, and Shikamaru's the one who trained Mirai, I feel like Ino should have also been involved. But then again, Ino actually gets attention in the Boruto series and manga. Choji, Tenten, and Kiba, not so much. Mirai questions, but why didn't you tell me? Kakashi explains, well, actually, I was conflicted about that. But it seemed like if I told you, you'd go into that wild beast searching for prey mode again. Like, yeah, you kind of shown yourself to be a little too eager for the action. To deceive the enemy, you must first deceive your friend. Mirai thinks about it, saying, no, I wouldn't, except I totally would've. Kakashi puts a hand on Mirai's shoulder, explaining, but a mission is about being the right person in the right place. Whatever the circumstances, nothing changes what you manage to accomplish. Mirai is taken aback by that, saying, yes, sir. Tatsumi then starts to stir, much to Mirai's shock. She goes running over to Tatsumi's side, saying, Tatsumi, you're awake, thank goodness. Tatsumi gets up, saying, as she holds her head. Mirai tries to help her, saying, are you alright? Are you hurt anywhere? Tatsumi goes from a shock to a sudden sullen look, saying, Mirai, I lied to you. But then she's interrupted as tears well up in her eyes as Mirai says, I'm sorry. She holds up the water bottle, saying, you gave me this as a gift and look what I did to it, showing the water bottle that she used to trick Ryuki, having been slashed. Mirai goes on to say, but if it wasn't for this bottle, I don't know what would have happened. You pretty much saved my life, Tatsumi. Thank you, Mirai says with a beaming smile. Tatsumi's eyes well up even more with tears. And Mirai goes on to say, I've been having a lot of doubts lately. Like, what does it mean to be a shinobi? What was the point of becoming one? Despite having been through some tough training, I started to question everything. But now I'm certain, she says while gripping Tatsumi's hand. I want to protect the important people around me. That's why I became a shinobi. I'm glad I was able to save my friend. I feel that from the bottom of my heart. Oh, that's so nice. And Tatsumi just starts bawling. And as she wipes the tears off her face, she says, I'm gonna stop looking over my shoulder and fixating on the past. I'll go home, give my mother her funeral, and then I'll look ahead. I'll move forward along with my memory. Mirai gives Tatsumi a smile, and suddenly the sun starts coming over the horizon. And as Mirai gets up, she says the sun is rising. And suddenly someone lets out, oh, phew, oh, it's Guy, saying, what a bright sunny morning. I feel like a young man again. Suddenly some ninja come running up to him saying, hey, you with the chiseled face, surrender. Wait, what? They try to arrest him? Mirai thinks, they think Mr. Guy is one of the enemy, really? I mean, he does have a bit of angular features like Ryuki to a certain degree, but that's a bit much. Weird. Kakashi then tells Mirai since the Yugakure shinobi are here, we should head back to the inn. Mirai gives a displeased look saying, yeah, guess I'll go collect Mr. Guy. Kakashi then says, one more thing, Mirai. Mirai questions, yes. Kakashi says, you said something back there about the Jashin texts in the archive. Reading them is forbidden, isn't it? Oh god. You've read the forbidden texts? Kakashi says with a smile. Much to Mirai's shock, she stutters over her words saying, the thing is, Kakashi then says, alright, now that you mention it, I gave you permission to read them. It was a long time ago. I nearly forgot. Nice. Mirai goes, huh? Kakashi gives her a wink saying, that's what we'll say if it ever comes up. Okay. Mirai beams saying, Master Kakashi. Cool Chad Kakashi. Kakashi then says, now, let's get back to the inn and take a morning bath. Mirai follows questioning, huh? You don't mean all of us together, do you? Kakashi says, of course not. It's not that kind of book. Right. We pick up back at the hot spring inn with Kakashi on the phone saying, yeah, we're already back in the land of fire. We'll be back in Konoha soon. And what about the other matter? I see, Sasuke and Sakura, huh? That's good. Sarada must be thrilled. I wonder if this was happening at the same time as the Sasuke manga. That would be actually kind of cool. And that way we can lead into, oh no. Because I think the Kakashi manga was supposed to be going on at the same time as the Sasuke manga. No, actually, the Sasuke one took a bit of time. So, I mean, we could be leading into the Kakashi one. That would be cool. Kakashi goes on to say, and what about the children? Oh, Kabuto will. Yeah, that's good. I'm glad to hear it. Hey, Kabuto? Kabuto? What is he talking about? We see that he's actually talking with Naruto, who's neck deep in paperwork, saying, and on your end, how's Mirai? Kakashi tells him, she did great. At first she was like you said. I see why you were worried about her. It goes to show that despite everything, Naruto is actually really good at his job. He just spend time with your kids! I'm not on that bandwagon of saying, oh, Naruto's a bad dad. It's just really caught up in his work. Which, I mean, if you know Japan, you know how they can be. Kakashi then goes on to say, animus against a vaguely defined group of terrorists, intense righteousness, an overly serious and inflexible personality, those can all be dangerous. I understand why you were worried as well as why you sent her with me. After all, you've certainly seen such cases many times before in your earlier days. But you don't have to worry, she's fine. Deep down you already knew that, didn't you? Naruto laughs saying, haha, there's no hiding anything from you, Master Kakashi. Aw, man, Naruto grew wise at his older age. Like, dang, he was thinking about all that for Mirai? But Mirai's a bit of a special case, you know? Kakashi says, you worry a lot more about everything than you used to, right? Naruto says, you're one to talk. Kakashi goes on to say, the people of the village are like our family. I know how you feel. Kakashi then sees Guy approaching, saying, alright, I better go. We'll be back soon. Yeah, see you later. And as Naruto and Kakashi hang up, Naruto turns to Shikamaru and gives him a big old smile. And Shikamaru gives him a smile back. Oh, that's a sweet moment. And so they wanted to give Mirai a bit of closure, at least to some degree, to help her maybe come to a realization herself. Kakashi walks towards the guy and says, "Is something the matter, guy?" Guy says, "Well, Mirai is mad because at this rate, we're not going to get home before it gets dark." Kakashi questions, "Was I on the phone that long?" As the two head off together, Kakashi tells Guy, "Mirai did a really good job out there. You could say the Jashin cult was like Mirai's fated opponent." Guy simply says, "Yeah." Kakashi then goes on to say, "Apparently that man Ryuki approached people with incurable diseases or who had lost a family member and used his silver tongue to con them out of their money." Dang, what an ass. Guy says, "How horrible. And you think he could have done it to Mirai too?" Kakashi says, "Possible. But if he had told me there was a hot spring that could heal any injury, I might have been swayed too." He's talking about maybe healing Guy. Aww. They are a married couple. Guy starts trembling and then lets out a laugh. Much to Kakashi's surprise, Guy turns to Kakashi and says, "You're still worried about me. It's been more than 10 years, you know." Kakashi looks away solemnly saying, "But if I had a way to heal your leg, I'd..." Guy says, Kakashi, it's okay now. I'm alive. I can still talk to you like this. That's enough for me." Oh, man, this is really getting me emotional. Oh. Kakashi is a bit surprised by that, and Guy lifts up his bum leg saying, "What's a leg or two anyway? Especially when you're always by my side." Kakashi gives a brief chuckle. They are a married couple. Mirai then comes up saying, "Master Kakashi, Master Guy, just what do you two think you're doing? At this rate, we won't make it back home today." Kakashi solemnly says, "Yeah, about that. Maybe we could stay one more day?" Mirai is giving him an evil glare. Kakashi laughs, saying, "I guess I wouldn't insist." But Mirai interrupts, saying, "I thought this would happen. Let's take our time." Kakashi and Guy are stunned by this, and Kakashi gives a smile, saying, "All right then, we'll be counting on you to bodyguard us. To guard us." Guy says, "You're still on bodyguard duty until we get home." Mirai beams, saying, "You can count on me. That's my specialty." And we see later, as Mirai has finally made it home and is playing shogi with Shikamaru, she says, "Master, the king that Shinobi must protect. I think I found the answer." Shikamaru says, "That's great to hear." Mirai explains, "Frankly, I've been overzealous until now. I've been too inflexible." Shikamaru says, "Be that as it may, being straightforward is one of your strengths." Mirai then has a solemn look on her face, saying, "When I faced off against Ryuki, it dawned on me. There isn't any point dwelling on the greatness of the past. I decided to look ahead and focus on the future. And when I did, I felt a weight lifted from my shoulders. What we shinobi are supposed to protect is the future for everyone living in the villages, especially the children. That doesn't change, no matter what era it is. So to answer your question," oh man, I'm getting I didn't think it was going to hit me like that. The king that shinobi must protect is the future. Ugh. I don't know why I'm getting so emotional about that. Ugh. It's like just feeling something I read so long ago coming like full circle. Like, say what you will about this story and how it went, but this was the end goal. This is what the story was about. This is the significance of the story. The teaching that was passed from Azuma to Shikamaru, that Shikamaru could pass to Azuma's daughter. Just, yes. Oh man, I love the thematic nature of that. That is just, oof. Shikamaru gives a smile, telling her, "Correct?" Mirai says, "All right." And Shikamaru explains, "That's why Azuma named you Mirai." I actually never actually thought about that before. It's just like, yeah, Mirai does mean future, doesn't it? I should know that because of Mirai Nikki, Future Diaries. Mirai, is taken aback, saying, "Oh, really?" Shikamaru says, "I had a feeling you hadn't picked up on that." And Mirai says, "No way, I totally did, kind of. But it's like they say, it's hard to see what's right under your nose, right?" Shikamaru then says, "Also, You just lost big time. Mirai looks at the board saying, what? No way. Again? Ugh. You see later Mirai is approached by some of her fellow shinobi, with them saying, Mirai, we heard what happened. You solved the missing persons case in the Land of Steam, right? Another job well done. To tell you the truth, I'm a big fan of yours, Mirai. Oh, jeez. Mirai blushes, saying, oh gosh, I didn't do it all on my own. One of the shinobi says, whoa, you're even cool when you're humble. Mirai is nonplussed by that. The other shinobi says, but you really are incredible. You've got Mr. Azuma's blood in you after all. Mirai thinks about saying, no, it's because I'm me. That's what I would have thought before. But now, she simply says with a smile, yeah. Then cut to Mirai on top of the Hokage monument on top of Sarutobi's head. She holds aloft her trench knives. She looks at her reflection in them, thinking, the daughter of Sarutobi Azuma and Sarutobi Kurenai. That's me. My name is Sarutobi Mirai. Oh man, I'm really legitimately shocked that I got like that twinge of emotion. Like it just hit me in that moment. Like, man, this is a story that really needed to be told. Like, oh, man, were all the novels like this, just telling these side stories that just really need to be told? I gotta tell you, like, a lot of honestly, all of them, I should say all of them. The Sarda story helped to kind of flesh out why Sarada is the way she is and why she cares so much about Naruto. The Sasuke story helped to kind of give a lot of needed cohesion to Sasuke and Sakura's relationship. This story helped to really bring one of the biggest stories in Naruto, and that's Shikamaru's relationship with Azuma and all that, to like a full circle kind of conclusion. And it makes me mad that Mirai isn't involved in the Boruto story. Like, man, like yet another thing that makes me want to watch the Boruto anime just to get more Mirai. And even the Boruto manga, if nothing else, I appreciate the fact that they're going so much into the Otsutsuki stuff. They've really been fleshing out the whole, we had Kaguya, but like, no, there's more Otsutskis out there and they are trouble. It's still funny to me though that the Otsutskis are essentially kind of like when the Saiyans came in Dragon Ball, but they've managed to maintain making them menacing, an obstacle, a problem, and just keep going with that. But this just makes me wish that Mirai had a lot more screen time, because she did such a good job of really selling me on the character. Like, I have this sudden urge to see her just grow stronger, grow more capable. And there's almost this feeling of like, I know that Sarada is aiming to be Hokage, but I kind of hope that, I don't know, Mirai becomes the next Hokage almost. Like, man. Although I know that Konohamaru said he wanted to be the Hokage after Naruto, but, oh no. Konohamaru, you didn't get a story as cool as your cousin, so, But I really enjoyed this, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Did you get as weirdly emotional as I did? Whether you're reading this or we're watching it in the anime? What do you think about Mirai and her realization towards the end? What's important? I want to hear from you. So, though this may be the final chapter of Mirai's personal story, I hope you'll still subscribe just in case any more Naruto or Boruto content comes across. I know Boruto is on a bit of a hiatus, but I do really hope that they do the Kakashi story as well. I do wonder what the next story will be, because you have the stuff for, I'm looking it up now, you can have more of the Retsuden stuff, because there's Kakashi Retsuden and Naruto Retsuden. They adapted the Sasuke Retsuden, but I would love to see more of the Retsuden novels done. And you could also have more of the Shinden novels. And I know for the Shinden, you got the Naruto one, the Sasuke one, and the Shikamaru one. So, I mean, hey, there's still plenty of content. Honestly, there was a lot of other stuff they really should have and could have adapted, like other novels, too, into, a spin-off Naruto anime or something. Or just Konoha stories, or Naruto. You could have just called it Naruto Hiden. Because these stories, man, if they're all like this, Dude, bring it on. But again, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for more Naruto. And until then, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.